No other issues observed.
This is the attic section of the report. Before I even get to walking the attic, we're seeing some issues here I just want to report. So in this area, which is right over the master closet and bathroom, your rafters here appear to be in good condition. I'm not seeing any of them improperly notched, cracked, or broke. You got your load-bearing wall here right down the center, and this right here is over the hallway, and then past that is your vaulted ceiling over the living room area in the front part of the house. We have inadequate attic ventilation, and just want to show you what's going on. You can see your ice on the nails poking through. You can see the mold growth on the roof deck in this area and on the next rafter spacing over. You can kind of see what's going on. It's discolored all the way up to the top here. So you got poor attic ventilation. What I'm gonna guess, and I'm not seeing any baffles installed anywhere in this area all the way across. You have more ice all the way across here, so it spans about it spans the whole space. I'm seeing rust or ice on all the nails in this entire area. What I'm gonna guess the cause is it does not look like you've got any air channels there. The builder should have made sure there was an inch gap between the roof deck and the top of the insulation, and it does not look like that is the case. So you have no intake air coming up through that entire ceiling all the way up through in that area. That's issue number one. Along those same lines right behind me, you have about 9 inches of rolled fiberglass insulation, and if you look, it's installed nice and tight to the roof deck. Keep in mind this is over the master bath. If you look down in here, if you look close, you can see that the insulation is tight to the roof deck. If you look in the next one, you can actually see some ice that's building up in here and some stains on there. We've got rust on the nails up at the top, some staining in this area. And I'm not seeing any baffles at all. I'm not seeing any gap there between the insulation and the roof deck. So this whole end of the house, I believe it's the left end, the left third, has inadequate attic ventilation. Yes, you do have a nice ridge vent that goes across. They did take and seal up the turtle vents. Why they didn't take them off and re-shingle over those areas, I don't know. You do have a bathroom fan that's terminated properly to the exterior, and that was to one of those turtle vents, so not all of them need to be tore off. Your insulation in this area is loose blown fiberglass with rolled fiberglass on the wall. 9 inches on the wall, about 12 inches on the side, or on the ceiling here. If you look close down in this area, you can actually see stains on the insulation from water dripping off. It's basically condensing off of the roof deck and dripping onto the insulation down below. If you let this go, eventually this is going to get a lot more mold in here and can lead to stains dripping through your ceiling down below. So you want to get it corrected. I would recommend having a licensed roofing contractor come up, review all the attic ventilation issues, and correct as deemed necessary. Even though it looks like you have proper intake air on the outside, when you get in here, you definitely don't. You don't have the airflow. So it's a matter of somehow figuring a way to get the 1 inch gap all the way down to the eave on the outside. Whether they drop the drywall on the inside to do it, or remove the roof on the top side to do it, I'm not sure. Maybe they can shove a broomstick or something longer all the way up through there and then put some baffles in. I don't know, but you need to get it corrected so you have that air channel. Let me inspect the rest of the attic space and we'll document further. Okay, we're now on the right end of the house, and over this area, I'm not seeing any issues with mold growth or ice on the nails. I'm seeing insulation on the nails. But it looks like the moisture is much better controlled over here. If you take the flashlight away, you can actually see the soffit vents, the daylight coming in. There's no baffles, but you can see daylight. The one thing that I don't like of what they did here is you have the intake vents for soffit vents down below. The turtle vents have been covered up, which is proper. They just didn't remove them up top. You got a continuous ridge vent, which is proper, but you can't combine the airflow coming up through and going out the ridge with gable vents. There's two big gable vents that are active on both sides here. You need to get up here and close these off so you have proper circulation of the air. And if you don't do that, it can continue to lead to issues of moisture. I'll show you over right in this area here where I just walked through, where there's more stains on the insulation. The good news is in this area I'm not seeing any mold growth. The rafters up here all appear to be in good condition. I'm not seeing any of them improperly notched, cracked, or broke. Your roof deck appears to be fine, the chipboard roof deck. The only thing that I'm seeing is missing are H-clips, and between the 24-inch on center rafter spacing, over time that could cause some sags in the roof deck. I'm not seeing any now, so it's nothing to worry about. Back along the front here, everything looks good. Your purlins and purlin supports are fine. Collar ties are fine. Your vertical supports are fine. The insulation in this area, by the way, has been beefed up quite considerably, and the signs are saying it's about 19 inches. So you got about R50 in this attic space, which is awesome. Okay, right in here, you can start seeing all the stains in the attic. And there's just more stains in the insulation. You got drip stains, a whole streak of it right there. And this whole area basically has drip stains in it. Just another reason to get the attic ventilation corrected. Your B vent does have proper clearance to combustibles. Not seeing any issues there. It's strapped on properly. Overall, it's a great attic. You just have some, basically the left side has poor attic ventilation, and I would recommend having a licensed roofing contractor, like I said, review that and correct so the attic ventilation is proper. If you don't get the ventilation corrected, it can